The road to the Winston Cup Championship has finally come to Phoenix. Three men, Dale Jarrett, Terry Labonte, and Jeff Gordon all have their sights set on the ultimate prize. And today, the drama reaches new heights in the Valley of the Sun. Championship drama, 10:20 Friday morning. It all began with a hung throttle which put Terry Labonte in the wall. He would suffer an injured wrist, the extent not known. Late that afternoon, he'd go to an area medical center. After a late night at a local hospital, teammate Ken Schrader shook the car down. But Terry would later practice with a modified steering wheel on loan from Joe Gibbs Racing, a wheel once used by an injured Dale Jarrett. He'd go out and qualify 30th. Facility here today. Well, competitive qualifying to say the very least. Let's check out today's Sears Die Hard starting grid, brought to you by the Die Hard battery, now with more power when you need it. Well, the only driver over 131 miles an hour. He's our push pole sitter, Bobby Labonte. And how about Mike Skinner for the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series? Had the pole until Labonte qualified, third from the end in the qualifying order. Row number 2, Ricky Rudd, the winner here a year ago, who started 29th that day. And Kenny Schrader hasn't been to victory lane in the NASCAR Winston Cup Series since 1991. Dale Jarrett, he's earned the most points of any driver since midseason, the most of anybody in the last 5 races. And Mark Martin, a non-winner, but his 13th straight top 10 start. Kenny Wallace equaling his best start of the year. He had the same starting spot inside of row 4 at Bristol, while Rick Mast is looking for his first start in his 215th, or first win, I should say, in his 215th career start. Rusty Wallace, there's a mystery, an outstanding flat track racer. 9th time at Phoenix, still looking for the first win. He's joined by Jeremy Mayfield in row number 5. 4 Phoenix top 5s for Bill Elliott. Hasn't won since the 94 Southern 500. Ernie Irvan led the most laps last year, 111 here at this track. Todd Bodine, second race in the number 33, replacing Robert Presley. John Andretti outside of row 7. Sterling Marlin and Joe Nemechek, they'll be sharing row number 8 in their respective Chevrolets. 9th row, Bobby Hamilton. His first Winston Cup start here was back in 1989. Of course, Darrell Waltrip, he has 6 Phoenix top 10s. Jeff Gordon trying to get himself back into the hunt for the championship. He is right here, and of course, the first time he hasn't qualified in the top 10 in the last 12 races. He shares the row with Wally Dallenbach. 9th in points scored since midseason is Jeff Burton in the 99 Exide machine. And Kyle Petty, who this weekend announced his plans for next year. He'll be a man with Hot Wheels to talk about starting in 1997. Johnny Benson, he has the Pennzoil Pontiac alongside Dale Earnhardt, who is making his 513th consecutive start here today, tying the old record in that division held by Richard Petty. Ted Musgrave, Morgan Shepherd, they're a couple of veterans sharing row number 13. Row number 14, last year's runner-up. And the last time he had a top 5 finish, Derek Cope starting inside of row number 14. Jeff Bodine in the QVC Ford Thunderbird there as well. Row number 15, Dick Trickle, and of course Terry Labonte, the 94 winner of this event, the man that everybody's been talking about since 20 minutes after 10 on Friday when he injured that left wrist. Row number 16, Michael Waltrip and Robbie Gordon from Villa Park, California, the first Union Chevy, third start of 1996. Lake Speed and Jack Sprague, who went to victory lane for the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series here this weekend. He'll be in row number 17. Row number 18, Brett Bodine. His only win came 200 races ago, but he's smiling. He's got a 3-year sponsorship. He'll be telling us more. We'll talk about it later today. Robert Presley is alongside him. Jimmy Spencer and Dave Marcus, they're in row number 19. The 20th row, Ricky Craven and Hutch Strickland, they'll share that position. Then you get to your provisional starters, the 1995 winner. He is a victor at Rockingham, Ward Burton in the MBNA Pontiac, and Bobby Hillin Jr. from Midland, Texas. And representing the NASCAR Winston West Series, this being a combination event, Lance Hooper and Jeff Crow from Visalia, California. And there you have the starting grid for today's race, 312 Vice President, Cable Networks, Gaylord Entertainment. In plain English, that means he's our boss at TNN. And he drops the green flag, and we are underway in the Duralube 500. The quiet of the Arizona desert quickly erased by the rumble of those racing machines. One lap of 312 Cup racing next year in the second car, sponsored by Lowe's Home Improvement Warehouses, for Richard Childress Racing. And boy, he's done himself proud today.
He sure has. He has never run.
Trouble in turn 4.
Sterling Marlin has problems. Here comes Brett Bodine as he gets on the binders, and he slides into the Kodak Film Chevrolet, and we are under caution for the first time. Sterling was running in 16th when the problems cropped up. The first lap of caution will be again at what happened. Let's try and pick it up as they go towards the bridge. Sterling's on the
You see Sterling on the inside there. You see a little bit of smoke there. There was a little contact with the car on the outside there.
Jeff Gordon just got through. Earnhardt gets through. It looked as though the 98 and Sterling got together. We'll have to see exactly if we...
It don't last very long. Bobby Hamilton's car is able to turn in the center part of the corner better than any car on the racetrack. If he gets up anywhere close to the 6th car there of Mark Martin, I think he'll drive right by him on the bottom side.
Johnny Benson has run well, too. He's gotten lapped, but he has been able to hang right in there since getting put down that lap. Finished second in the truck race here yesterday.
Oh, they have trouble. They have trouble. Martin gets together with Cope. Hamilton goes by. Cope is in the wall, and caution is on the speedway.
Eli, we don't even have to see a replay on that one. That was the actual, we were watching the lead.
The third different race he has led here at Phoenix International Raceway. He led here in 89, in 91, and now here in 1996. Bobby Hamilton, the new leader of the Duralube 500. Let's take another look, fellas.
You see on the outside there, the 12 car comes down just a little bit. You see Mark Martin touch him on the left rear corner. Now he turns around. Watch this lick on this flat track hard into the corner there on the left rear.
I'll tell you something.
Rusty Wallace, the brother, come along and almost got in the melee.
Believe it or not, Gordon and Labonte have finished first, second. That's 1, 2, 5 times this year. In 1996, the races that have been run, one of those two guys has been in either first or second. 60.
Oh, there goes Gordon. Robbie Gordon into the wall. He just shot out of the groove heading towards turn number 1 and stopped at the retaining wall. Here comes Bert Benson trying to get it. He was in 19th spot as he brings out the third caution flag of the day.
Eli, that car didn't scrub off any speed whatsoever before it got into the outside wall. That was a hard lick.
There he is. We'll take a look and see if we can just basically the tail end.
Oh, he hit hard.
He was still in the middle of that pack of traffic that we saw bouncing around a short while ago.
What can happen there so many times, Eli, in a chain of cars like that?
Third spot behind Bobby Hamilton. You see the yellow car, the Pennzoil Pontiac. Johnny Benson did not get his lap back.
Skinner went way up, almost got the wall. That was the car you saw on the high side.
Trouble beneath the bridge as a couple of cars will spin, but Rusty Wallace, who did go around, is not hit by anybody. Everybody continues away, and we remain under Rusty Wallace beneath the bridge.
You see Rusty getting on the corner there. He gets way around sideways. It was either that or run into the back of his brother Kenny. So I'm sure he had to check up and got the car real
I don't
loose.
know how extensive it is, but usually when they say it, that's just say that.
Caution.
That's it for the day. Caution on the racetrack.
It's Bobby Hillin and Jeff Burton getting together beneath the Goodyear Bridge as the leaders were coming to that $10,000 lap from Gatorade, but that is going to go away for the time. Also happened behind it. First, Hillin's already broken loose. Schrader nearly goes around there. Oh, and then there's what happened to Andretti. But you see, Hillin was already loose, guys.
Yeah, he was going into the corner. Didn't Schrader do a nice job?
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
Sterling Marlin went through there wide open.
Did you see Gordon? Did you see Gordon and Labonte? Watch this again. Watch what happens here.
Well, that's just when one checks up and the other cannot check up quick enough. You can see Hillin going down the wall there. Of course, the 5 car was ahead, so he could see it.
I like Schrader going through there sideways myself. Yeah, that was great.
Here's how Morgan Shepherd saw it.
Well, if you get a chance to watch the 4 car go through here, he never even checked up. He ran through there wide open.
And one more time, here's the ride Andretti took. He and Jeff Burton got together. The track is clear. NASCAR has checked it out. No need for a caution. Now there's problems up underneath the bridge. Caution is beneath the bridge as we have Gello at lap 259.
Earnhardt will have to fight hard to stay in the lead lap. He goes into turn 3 over there really hard. He's letting him go. Earnhardt's down low. He's got to beat the 5 car of Terry Labonte back to the start finishing line.
And at that point, coming to the bridge where the accident was, Terry Labonte and Earnhardt did not battle. Indeed, Earnhardt goes away and stays on the lead lap. And from the NASCAR Winston West Series, that is Jeff Crow from Visalia, California. See what happened to Crow.
Hello there.
Wow.
Todd
Tangled up with Todd.
Bodine was there with him.
That's his second trip into the wall this weekend. He had another car he crashed in practice.
Get back in the lead lap.
All right, here they come. Pit stops will be taking place at lap 260. Lap 260. 23 laps after many of these leaders stop. They're all in for service. Let's go to Randy Pemberton.
Original strategy now out the window. The 5 car is on pit road. Right side tires on. It's a 2-tire stop for Terry Labonte. What's the 43 car going to do? Glenn.
Well, Randy, I think everybody's going to do 2 tires here. I'm down still with Mark Martin and Dale Jarrett. They're all going to the right side only. Dale Jarrett put wedge in last time. They're taking it back out. Both cars, Martin is down and away with 2 tires. Follows Labonte right out. Dale Jarrett is down and away 2 tires. And he hits, Dale Jarrett hits Ken Schrader. Schrader cut him off coming down the pit lane. Schrader cut him off coming down the pit lane. So that's a tough break for Dale Jarrett.
Meanwhile, last week it was Ricky Rudd with the best pit stop he never made to go on to win the race. Could it be the same thing for Jeff Bodine? He has not made a pit stop and might this in the next 52 miles.
Even with him down the back straightaway.
The 167th race in Hamilton's NASCAR Winston Cup career. He led today, lap 155 to 157. Before that, he led laps 116 and 117. Here comes Terry Labonte.
Whoa. Oh, man.
Look at the petty pits.
Tell you, Hamilton gets right up on the back end of that number 7 cars, and Bodine just gets to wiggle, and he didn't even have to do it this time. He's under him.
Here we go, guys. Down through the dog leg on the back straightaway. You see Hamilton on the inside. He'll make his pass, I think, in this corner.
Bobby Hamilton taking Pontiac to the front. We're at lap 282. And now what happens in second spot? Terry Labonte with the fresher tires.
There's Mark Martin. He's in the fight still. He's not out of this thing by any means.
Bodine and Jeff Gordon, 5th and 6th.
Here comes Jeff. Oh, he gives him a little root there coming out of the corner. He has the lower line. You see Bodine letting him know he didn't appreciate that little nudge there. But here we go down into turn 3. I believe Jeff can pull it off. He has a little bit better tires.
What a comeback from a car that wasn't handling, huh? He's gotten it done.
Just like you said, just rooted his way right through.
Well, these points are precious. That's why Jeff Gordon's running so hard. But you see Bodine back under him there. Whoa.
Be careful, guys. Championship at stake here, potentially.
There's the points as of this very moment with one race remaining. Kyle Petty is on pit road. Unscheduled stop for Kyle, who is in 21st. But we watch Jeff Gordon, Jeff Bodine. That's the battle for 5th they're enjoying. There's the battle for 2nd.
You see right now, Mark Martin's moving in there.
There you see Gordon now. So the separation from that one battle. Back to Gordon, the next battle. Now back to 2nd place. 5 laps to go. Morgan Shepherd is in. Lap 3:07.
Oh, here comes Mark. He's got the position on the inside. Terry shuts the door as he heads into turn 1.
Here's 2nd place while they change a flat right rear tire on Morgan Shepherd's Remington Arms machine on the pit road.
I think Mark's going to try him on the outside. He's done that several times today. He'll try a guy a few laps in a row on the bottom. If he can't get it done, there he goes, right upstairs. Try him on the high side, and he's been successful at that. Not many have.
It's now 1 1/10 from the leader back to that 2nd place battle. 1 1/10. The advantage for Bobby Hamilton. And old DW, Darrell Waltrip, our broadcasting buddy, going around Todd Bodine. Darrell now up to 10th spot.
Look at Dave Marcus with his hand out the window pointing to the left side. He's telling those guys, pass me on the left, pass me on the left. What is it, 130 miles an hour? He's sticking his hand out the window. Boom!
I did that in Daytona one time. I could have took my own gas cap off before I got my arm back.
You're a sick man. White flag. White flag next time by for that man. Joe Nemechek smoking midway down the back straightaway. You see him there on the left of your screen. And here's the battle for 2nd spot. Those points are pivotal, so much so for both men.
Mark has a preferred line and kind of gets ahead of Terry as they come out of turn 4.
White flag. Bobby Hamilton looking for his first career win. Richard Petty can't even look.
Get his head down.
Got to be a whole lot easier driving it than watching it, I would bet.
That crew's going to explode.
He's got it made now.
In his 167th career start, Bobby Hamilton is a first-time winner, and Petty Enterprises is heading back to victory lane for the first time since 1983. Glenn Jarrett's with the king.
Richard Petty has been way too long in victory lane, but you're going there now, buddy. Congratulations.
Well, I'm going to let them go. They deserve it, man. All these years of working, you know, paid off today anyway.
Well, it sure did. Now, you got a race of your own to run come Tuesday. Good luck in that.
Okay, guys. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Richard Petty running for Secretary of State in the state of North Carolina come Tuesday. Hopes he can go to victory lane too. That's where we're headed.
And with a Ford coming home in 2nd, the manufacturers' point standings battle will continue to Atlanta. The fans are standing looking on as something we have seen 268 other times will happen again. The STP Pontiac and Petty Enterprises. Glenn Jarrett's in victory lane.
And Bobby Hamilton climbs out of the STP Pontiac victorious. You can bet this is going to be a victory dance to beat all victory dances. Getting high fives from all the teams. Step down here, Bobby. You told us last week at Rockingham, man, you said, well, we had a bad day here. We always do. We're going to go to Phoenix to win the race. By gosh, you did it.
I tell you what, they done such a good job on this car. It's the same car we had at Wilkesboro and Martinsville. And the thing is so good on long runs. And we knew if we come here, said we got to be good on short runs too. I tell you what, I never would have thought Goodyear tires would have run so long. STP, this is for you guys, man. They've been with Rich for 25 years. They've had a dry spell. We're just glad to be here, man. You don't know how easy my trip at home will be.
Well, the car was good all day long. You would get behind a couple times, maybe on some restarts and stuff, but you patiently just bided your time, worked your way back up through there. Never really had a problem.
Well, we just knew that, you know, I could sit there and I watched the 5 cars left front wheel. They'd get to twitching, and I'd keep my tires up under me, and everybody that would get loose, I'd just take that much more care of my tires to be there at the end. That's how we done it.
King said he was going to wait and let you celebrate this one, but I bet you can't wait to see him.
Yeah, I'm glad for him. And I'll tell you what, I want Dale Lemon here. Wherever he is, I want him here because it's for him.
Dale Lemon, Richard Petty has just joined him again. Congratulations, guys.
Hey, appreciate it.
Okay, let's go to Randy Pemberton.
Terry Labonte back in the garage area, graciously granting some interviews. We'll jump in here. Terry, congratulations on a great effort from you and your entire guys. I know you're breathing a sigh of relief. Just about had a win out of that.
Well, we did. I tell you what, we shouldn't have. I guess I should have left my old tires on. The old wore-out ones were better than those two I put on there, but it was still a good run for us. And these guys did a great job, had great pit stops all day, and you know, going to the backup car the way we did. And we were pretty good in practice yesterday, but my biggest problem was I didn't really run that many laps. So, you know, it was a good run for us. I'm happy with it.
Got to ask you, how's the hand?
Still can't feel the thing, so it's good.
That's it. Terry Labonte maintains the points lead as we head off to Atlanta.